Hello everybody, so I am back again with Drawing Your OCs episode number 4. It's been really highly requested that I come back and continue on with this series, so I've been really excited to do so. It's been a long time since I've drawn any of your OCs, and it's always really nice practice to be able to draw characters that I don't normally get to draw. I know some of you will know, if you remember my video that I made about everyone you draw looks the same, I did say that I do struggle with getting some diversity into my drawings, and it is a big problem that I face. And when I'm doing this, when I'm drawing your characters, I'm beginning to feel myself kind of breaking out of it, because obviously I've had over 600 entries. These are all 600 different characters that different people have made. They're all incredibly unique, and I've had so much fun going through the tag and reading everyone's backstories and stuff. And I know I've said this before, but some people still haven't added backstories to your characters, and if you haven't added a backstory, I'm not very likely to pick the character, because I need to know something about the character first before I can go ahead and make a drawing of them, because then it will just help me to kind of grasp the kind of character they are, etc. Today it is really exciting because I have two very lovely OCs by some people on Instagram, and I will be linking their accounts in the description below. And I hope I say their account names properly. So the first OC is from at WITL Art or Whittle Art. I'm not sure how to pronounce that properly, but as I said, we'll have a link in the description. And this is their OC, Freya. And I will just get the backstory up so I can read it out to you. So, it's their first OC ever, made with watercolours and outlined with a micron pen. Her name is Freya, and she is 17 years old. She has freckles, light cyan hair, and mauve eyes. Mauve? I don't know how to say that colour, but you know what I mean. She loves reading books in the library in her home, which is kind of like a castle. She has power of invisibility, and at the moment she's learning how to control it a bit better. Also, she really likes floating around a few feet above the ground. She loves animals, she's definitely a night owl, and usually reads at night in her cozy armchair. So at first I thought, oh, it'd be such a cute drawing to just draw her like in like a really cozy armchair reading a book, and she also said she was a night owl, so I was like, oh, that would be really cool if I drew her and it's like by a window and it's nighttime outside, but then I was thinking, oh gosh, like thinking about all the anatomy issues and stuff like that I would inevitably face. So I know this is really not sending a good message, but I did go for an easier option, which was another idea that I was thinking of. Not only just because it was easier, but also because I knew it wouldn't take as long, because I was on a bit of a tight schedule to get this video out. So I actually went for the idea that, because they mentioned that she's learning to control her power of invisibility at the moment, and I thought, well, if she hasn't quite harnessed that power yet, she might not be able to control when and where that power comes into play and how much of her turns invisible. So I was like, what if just her hand turns invisible, or just her arm? So I have this drawing of her where literally just the forearm and the hand have turned invisible. And that's why she looks somewhat concerned, because it's beyond her control. And that was basically the idea behind that that whole drawing. And I had a lot of fun with this character. I really like that she has such big eyes, and I tried to capture that in my art style. In fact, speaking about art style, I feel like my art style is kind of changing at the moment, and I don't really know how I feel about that, because I was kind of happy with it before, but this is the kind of thing you just have to embrace. And besides, like a year ago, I was happy with my art style, But I look back at it now and literally all I can think is, where is the chin? There are no chins. There is literally no chins. And everyone would always comment that on my videos, and I just couldn't see it. I could not see it at all. And now I'm like really conscious of it, so I try and make sure that the characters I draw have more of a chin. Especially the last character that I draw in this video, he definitely has quite a large chin. Well, by my standards anyway, when you compare it to the drawings I used to do. But I just could not see it. It's so funny to think, because I'm just so like stubborn and set in my ways. And people kept commenting, and I was like going, oh yeah, sure, I will fix it. And thinking, what are they going on about? But now when I look, I will literally just think, that is just ridiculous. That's like a leafy chin. There is no chin there. I don't know how many people are going to get the reference there, but on to the next OC. I don't actually know when the bits of the video will line up with the commentary, so we might still be on the first one, but let's just pretend I'm organised, guys. The second OC is by @me_Malene, and once again, links are in the description. And his name is Ark. And Ark has an awesome backstory, and I can't wait to share it with you right now. So, his name is Ark, and he has a shaman. And I hope that's how you say it as well. And I will just quickly Google this, because at the time I was like, oh, shaman, I've heard of that, and I cannot for the life of me remember what that means. So a shaman is a person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits. And I was like, oh my goodness, this already sounds so cool. Like, I am living for this OC. So, to continue on, he's very powerful, but his powers slowly destroy him. His eyes always look tired, but he always tries to smile. But only while his friends look at him. When he thinks they aren't looking, his smile fades. And that sentence is basically what inspired the whole drawing that I did of the character. Because I was like, well, why don't I try and capture a moment where there is no one around, where his friends aren't looking, and he can express like the true emotions that he is feeling. So we just have this like look. He still doesn't look entirely sad. He just looks, I'd say, troubled. But the big giveaway really is the fact that he has this like tear rolling down his cheek. And I thought that would be a really good way to capture it. And I don't know, this might just be like a moment where just he's on his own and his friends aren't around, and that's why he feels like he can express these emotions. Also, he has no family, so his friends are the closest he will ever have to family. He's mostly alone, but he has some really close friends. Fornak, Raynak, and Liljesol, a Danish name that means lily sun. He once had a fox, and after its death, he always carries it around. When he needs it, souls and spirits can take over the dead body of the fox. And that is why he has the fox that is like wrapped around his neck. And I was just thinking, wow, what a cool character. Like, this is such a cool design. And I say this like every single time, but the thing that will make me go, this is a character I want to draw, is if I see something like quirky or unique about them. And trust me, there were a lot in the list of OCs that were like that, and loads of them jumped out to me. But you have to just make sure that your OC is gonna really jump out at me. And when I see it, and you don't even have to be like, don't think, oh, I'm not good enough for my OC to be drawn. No, it's not like that at all. It's not about how good your drawing is. It doesn't have to be digital art or traditional art. I have people asking me, oh, does it have to be a digital drawing? No, it can be a traditional drawing if you so desire. It really does not matter the level of skill you are at, whether or not I choose it. It's literally just all in the character. And like, for example, this character is just so cool. Like, the red ends of the hair, like the fox that's like around the neck, and then the necklace with like the eye in it. I was like, wow, that's awesome. And I didn't get a chance to draw like the skull that he has on the shoulder, because I didn't actually draw too much of him. Once again, time management. I really feel like I could have done something a lot cooler with this character, but I am still really happy with how I drew him, and if any of you guys have or want to create any kind of really unique characters, I say go for it and definitely enter them in, because they're much more likely to be drawn. And I don't know, I mean, like, they don't have to be like fantasy based as well, but that might help to make the character more interesting. But then again, I might actually do a drawing. I might actually do a video on creating OCs soon, because I have had someone request that. But anyway, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you're all hyped for January 1st, when I will be releasing issue 1 of the Ember comic on Tapastic. That will be announced on Twitter and social media and stuff. What day is it today? It's the 31st, isn't it? So tomorrow I probably will have a video up, and it will all be announced then. So see you guys!